Hi, this is Aaron Walker, the proud principal at Beaver Local High School, and I'm here today with two of our finest young men at the high school, Zach Prideau and Zach Redman. Both Zachs had an opportunity to participate in a job shadow program at East Liverpool City Hospital, and I wanted to talk to them about that today. First, I'll ask Zach Prideau. Zach, tell us, how did you get involved with this job shadow situation?
I got into it just by looking through different things and trying to find ideas of something I could do to help me view my job, what I wanted to do more. And this just kind of came up on emails and just asking people in the school what could I do to make sure this is what I want to do.
Okay. Zach Redman, I'll ask you. Tell us about there was quite an involved process to be allowed to be in the hospital with real patients. Could you talk about that process?
Well, for one, we had to take a kind of placement test to even be able to go. We had to get above a 90%, I think, and we had to fill out multiple forms and do a whole bunch and contact them and figure this whole thing out. And it took a couple weeks, and through all of it, after all that work, it paid off.
Awesome. Let's ask Zach Prideau the next question. Tell us, when you were in the hospital, what did you get to do? What did you experience?
Well, we got to see how the operations go on, what all the things you need to do to prepare to go into the OR, and because we got to see about 3 different surgeries.
I'm sorry. I should have specified that you were there with anesthesiologists.
Yes.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember who that was?
It was Shane.
Okay. Okay. All right. So go ahead. You were actually in the operating room with real patients.
Yes.
Okay.
We were able to see how the operations got done, what things need to be there to be prepared, what the anesthesiologist actually does in the room, and just general knowledge on how the operating room works.
Zach Redman, tell us about that experience in the operating room. Give me some example of what did you see, or what was the coolest part of that?
I think for sure the coolest part was seeing how everyone in that room has their own role, and everything they do is flawless. They can't mess up, and they all do it perfectly every single time. It's routine, and I think the coolest part was exactly what we did. We just sat against the wall, we just watched, and we got to see how everyone works together and see exactly what they do with it.
It's nice to know that you said flawless when we're talking about an operating room where they're dealing with me or my loved ones, right? And speaking of your loved ones, I know that part of the whole thing was you guys had to adhere to the hospital's confidentiality standards. So you can't talk to us about the patients, nor would we ask you, but I do have a question. Did they let you use a scalpel or anything?
Not exactly, but I think the most we had, we were able to wear scrubs. That was pretty nice.
Cool. Did you have? Okay. Yeah. All right. So Zach, maybe we'll go back to Zach Prideau for the last question to both Zachs. Zach, tell me, how has this influenced your future goals? Do you want to go into healthcare, or talk about that a little bit?
Yes, I still hope to be able to get into healthcare, become a doctor of anesthesiology, because it seems like an interesting thing to do. All the stuff I've done, I've really enjoyed, being in the medical field, helping people out in ways I can, and it just seems something that's very interesting and kind of cool to do.
Awesome. Zach Redman, same question.
Yeah, I think I've always been interested in the medical field. I mean, I feel like it's high stakes, but I feel like I can handle it, and that whole environment is just really interesting to me. And obviously with so much science and math involved, I just think I was really made for it. And I think now for sure that's the course I'm going down.
Very good.
Just seeing it in person, I just fell in love with it.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate your teachers letting you out of class. This is Aaron Walker with Dr. Redman and Dr. Prideau talking about their experience last week at East Liverpool City Hospital. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, of course.